Picture this, in a bustling economy like Singapore's, where salaries are set to climb higher, yet companies are grappling with skyrocketing costs and a shortage of skilled workers. It's a paradox that's got everyone in HR and business circles buzzing. How can paychecks get bigger when the bills keep piling up? But here's where it gets controversial. Despite these mounting pressures, a significant number of employers are forging ahead with salary hikes. Stick around, because diving into the details reveals some surprising strategies and calls for help that could reshape the workforce landscape. According to a fresh poll conducted by the Singapore Business Federation, SBF, over a third of employers, specifically 39%, are gearing up to boost their employees' salaries within the next year. This move is part of their broader playbook to navigate the tricky economic waters we're all sailing through. And it's not just about handing out more cash. These companies are also rolling out other initiatives to stay competitive. For instance, 33% plan to pour resources into cutting-edge technologies and digital transformation. Think upgrading to AI-powered tools that streamline operations and make everyday tasks more efficient, like automating customer service chats to free up human workers for higher-value roles. Another 30% are eyeing expansion into global markets, perhaps exploring new territories overseas to tap into untapped customer bases and diversify their revenue streams. Meanwhile, 29% are committing to upskilling their teams through staff training programs, which could include workshops on emerging skills like data analytics or sustainable practices, ensuring employees are future-ready. On top of that, an equal 29% are re-engineering their business processes, basically, rethinking how things get done to eliminate bottlenecks and boost productivity, such as adopting lean manufacturing techniques to cut waste in production lines. Now, this might sound like a recipe for success, but here's the part most people miss: these plans are unfolding against a backdrop of serious challenges. Manpower costs have emerged as the number one hurdle for businesses in Singapore, with a whopping 63% of employers flagging it as their top concern in the report. When you break it down, manpower isn't just about salaries, it's the entire cost of hiring, retaining, and sometimes even losing talent, which can include recruitment fees, lost productivity during turnover, and benefits packages. In fact, 65% of those surveyed pointed to manpower as the primary factor driving up their overall business expenses, edging out rental costs, 46%, and logistics woes, 46%, like shipping delays or supply chain snags that inflate prices. Diving deeper, about a third of employers are highlighting the availability and retention of manpower as two of their biggest headaches for the year ahead. This shortage can stem from various reasons, such as an aging workforce, competition for skilled professionals in a tight job market, or even shifts towards remote work that make it harder to build team cohesion. The report underscores that this issue hits hardest in certain sectors. Think the hospitality industry, where hotels and restaurants struggle to keep staff during peak tourist seasons, or healthcare and social services, where demands for caregivers are surging amid an increasing elderly population. For beginners in HR, this simply means that without enough qualified people to fill roles, businesses can't grow, innovate, or even deliver basic services effectively. Faced with these roadblocks, employers are turning to the government for a lifeline, urging action in the upcoming Budget 2026. Roughly 2 out of 3, 63%, are pleading for targeted schemes to tackle rising costs head-on, perhaps subsidies or tax breaks that help offset expenses like energy bills or raw materials. Additionally, 46% are advocating for programs that draw in, nurture, and hold on to local talent, such as grants for apprenticeships or incentives for companies to offer better work-life balance. SBF CEO Kok Ping Soon summed it up perfectly in a statement: businesses are calling out for support in managing costs, cash flow, and workforce development in Budget 2026. It reflects their desire to maintain resilience while investing in capability building. In other words, these leaders aren't just asking for handouts, they're pushing for smart investments that build long-term strength. But here's where the controversy really heats up: is pumping up salaries the wisest bet when manpower shortages are squeezing budgets and talent is scarce? Some might argue that raising pay is a bold way to attract top talent and boost morale, potentially leading to higher productivity and loyalty in the long run. kind of like investing in premium coffee to keep your team energized. Others, however, could see it as a risky gamble, wondering if it's sustainable or if the money would be better redirected to automation or overseas hiring to sidestep local shortages entirely. And this is the part that sparks debate: should governments prioritize cost relief for businesses, or focus more on workforce training to create homegrown talent pools? What do you think? Does this strategy empower employees and drive innovation, or is it just postponing inevitable challenges? Share your opinions in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have a fresh take on how Singapore can balance growth with affordability.